The debate regarding the big tech firms compensating the host country has always been in news, and now there is a new debate erupting and is coming on news is about the big tech firms need to compensate the local news companies from where they receive their news. Hello and welcome to the In Focus series section of Drishti IAS. I am Aisha Singh, and in today's video we will be talking about that New Zealand is planning a law to make Google, Facebook pay news firms, and India will be following this step also. So there is a news going on that the host countries need to pay attention towards the local news agencies or the organizations or the newspapers so that they can be in race fighting with the big tech companies like Google or Facebook. So let us first see the timeline of the video. First we'll be looking at the news, then what is the need for the law to come up, then what is Australia's landmark law in this regard, then how effective has the Australia's law been, then what are the concerns associated with the big tech firms, then what is GAFA tax and the Indian scenario regarding this. In the end, a prelims MCQ and a mains practice question. This topic is of relevance from General Studies paper 2 and 3, that is IR also and government policies also. So let's get started and see the news, and the news has been taken from Indian Express, and it says why New Zealand is planning a law to make Google, Facebook pay news firms. So nowadays what is happening is normal people like you or me, what are we doing? Are we really reading the newspapers or something, or we are finding an easy way and going on to these big companies or the big tech giants or the big technology giant firms and go to their news section and take up all our news feeds, and that is what most of the people are doing. And what is creating problem is that because of this nature of us, the local news vendors, the local news organization, the newspapers, the magazines, they are under financial pressure. They are not able to sustain, and the sustainability or the financial stability is at stake. So let's see what is going on. So New Zealand is planning to bring in a law which is mandating big technology firms such as Alphabet. Alphabet is the parent company of Google, and Meta Platforms, who is the parent company of Facebook. And we have also seen that recently these companies are very much in news regarding the layoffs of their employees also. So what is said is that they pay media firms for the local news content that appears on their feed. So what happens is that the big tech companies have their news sections. So like for example, whenever you will open a page of Facebook or Google, then you will receive all the news feeds and regarding all the sections. So whichever section you want to read, political, science, business, environment, you can click on that section and you can read about the news. So what is happening? From where are these big tech giants or big tech firms are getting their news? So they receive the news from the local news content, that is the local news organization or the local newspapers or the local magazines of that host country or of that host city. So what is happening is when someone is receiving their information from local newspapers or content or local organization, then they also need to share their revenues with them. But that is not happening at present, even though all the people are, instead of going to the local vendors, they are going to the big tech firms pages to read their news. And these big tech news firms are getting their news from the local vendors, but we are paying by clicking, we are paying to the big tech companies, but we are not paying to the local vendors. And whatever amount or whatever the revenue that the big tech companies are earning, they are also keeping with themselves and are not sharing with the local news vendors. While on the other hand, they are getting their news from the local news vendors. And on the other hand, what is happening? Because more and more people are switching on to the online section, so more of the advertisements are also switching on to the online section. So there is a financial stability crisis for the local vendors, and this is what the whole debate is all about, that the big technology giants, the big technology firms needs to share their revenue with the small local vendors from where they are receiving their news, so that a fair play can be taken into consideration and the democracy can run on its own, so that the local vendors, the local news organizations, the local magazines, the local newspapers, their existence is not threatened or their existence is not at stake. Then law would be on the lines of similar rules in Australia and Canada. And regarding this, there is a landmark law which has taken place in Australia, that is in 2021. We will also be knowing about it. So first let us see that what is the need for this law that New Zealand is planning to take, that is Facebook and Google. So what is happening is, I've told you that a large number of readers, they consume their news online. So these tech firms influence all sort of news from what publications a user gets to see on their feed. And the platforms gains in number of clicks, engagement and revenue from the content produced by the news media organization. See what happens, all the big tech giants receive news from the local news vendors, but what happens when they put their news on their pages? So whenever we go there, whenever we click, the more number of clicks is who is receiving the more number of clicks? It is the big technology giant. Who is receiving more engagement? Who is receiving more views? Who is receiving more number of engagement and the number of readers or the number of viewers? It is the big tech giant. So who is after them? The advertising agencies and the marketing agencies are all running after them so that they can run their advertisement. So in the end, who is receiving the revenue? The revenue is also taken by the big tech giants. So that is why, which is creating the problem. And the small media firms are struggling financially. And the advertising is also going online because more of the people are shifting for their news consumption on online mode. And this calls for the big tech fairly compensating news media firms. So now there is a debate that these big tech firms should give their revenue, a share of their revenue to the news media firms also. Then the law would act as an incentive for digital platforms to reach deals with local news outlets. So whenever there is a law which will come regarding this, that the big tech giant have to share their revenue with the local vendors also. So what will happen is, this will create a fair play and everyone would be able to come on the same plane. So the local news vendor and the big tech giants can also come together and can strike a deal regarding all the revenue sharing and the news updation that they will be doing. And those benefiting from news content actually pay for it. And this is about the whole thing, that if you are taking news from someone and is getting your clicks from there, engagement from there, readers from there, viewers from there, and is also you are getting your benefit and profits from there, then you should be able to help those people and should be able to share your revenues or profits with those people who are helping you to get these benefits. Then what is Australia's landmark law? So in 2021, Australia gave a law to make tech giants pay for news content. So now they have a law in their country that all the big technology giants, if they want to get news, then they also have to pay for that news content which they receive from the local vendors. And the legislation set a precedent in regulating social media across geographies, and the law is Treasury Laws Amendment, News Media and Digital Platforms Mandatory Bargaining Code Act 2021. The important word here is mandatory, and this is an important point which you can write as an example also, be it essay or be it your mains answer writing, that it is mandatory for the big tech companies to bargain with the local vendors. And it has a mandatory code of conduct which governs commercial relationships between Australian news business and designated digital platforms. So this gives an equal race to everyone, and everyone is standing on the same platform and benefit from a significant bargaining power imbalance. So that is why what will happen is, when the news media who is giving the news and the digital platforms, they are benefiting, but they are not benefiting. So if there will be a mandatory bargaining code that you have to share your revenues, you have to bargain with the news media. So these people will have to do it, and there won't be a escape for them. So they, no matter how they strike a deal with them, but both of them, the news media and the digital platforms, will be brought on the same platform, so that and a fair play can be conducted, so both of them can benefit. Then it is necessary to support the sustainability of the Australian news media sector, and this was the reason why the Australia law was taken place. Then it is essential to a well functioning democracy. This is where this is the one of the most important point, because we cannot go towards making few players in the industry very powerful, while on the other hand all the major people who are supplying the raw material to the big tech companies are not able to sustain themselves. For them the sustainability is not there. Then Google and Facebook reached voluntary commercial agreements with a number of news media organization. So this happened in Australia, that after the law came, all the big companies which retaliated initially, but they had to deal with it afterwards. So they strike a deal between them and the news agencies. Now we have to see that how effective the law has been in Australia. So the code has been a success to date. Till now the Australia claims that this law has been a huge success, because more than 30 commercial agreements has been signed between digital platforms and the media organization. So in 1 year or in initial year of the enforcement of the law, if this kind of scene has been there, then we can say that it can be a good example of a successful law implementation also. And the cross section of Australian news business have been struck. So now they are finding, see, in starting what happened was, when the law was initiated in the Australia, so all these big companies like Facebook, like Google, like Amazon, they did not agree with it. But the Australian government to bring this law to save their local media houses. So in the end, the Australian government and the big tech giants had to strike a deal, and now things are trying to go smooth in the country regarding the big tech giants business. And now let us talk about that what are the concerns associated with big tech firms. So first and foremost is the unfair competition and an anti-competitive behavior. See what happens, as I've already told you, that when you are a big company, so you have a lot of capital with you, you have the technology, you have the R&D, you have the manpower. So what you have the capability to manipulate the market. So when you have the capability to manipulate the market, you can easily suppress all the small agencies. So, and they will have no option but to follow you or do whatever you say. So to stop the big players monopoly, or to stop the only 2-3 big giant companies monopoly in the market, there should be something who can support these small players, so that the sustainability and the market works properly. It do not go into the hands of the elites. Then there is privacy concerns also, because few of the technology giants are so huge in size that many a times we have seen that the data privacy or the breach of privacy has always been in news, and things are going on. Then slow regulation. One of the problem is that these media giants are so powerful that it is not easy to get something in place which goes against their wishes, because they are so powerful, they are so huge, they have such huge say in the market of the economy, that it is not easy to just make them agree to do something or totally go against their wishes also, because they also employ a large section of the society. Then let us talk about the GAFA tax. See what happened is, the GAFA tax is related to all the big tech giants, and G for Google, A for Apple, F for Facebook, and A for Amazon. So what used to happen that all the countries, they came up together and agreed to a section of thing that all the big technology giants, if they are making profits in a host country, in some other country, if they are making profits and then they take all the profits to their home, so that is not right. So when you are making a profit in one country, like see, for example, you can say this is Facebook India's office, and while Facebook parent office is in US, while on the other hand Facebook is making a lot of profits in India because it has a very large user base in India. Like for example, you can say that Facebook is making 1000 crore profit in India, and then they take all the 1000 crore profit to their home company or their parent company, that is in US. So then the host countries are thinking that when you are making profit in our country, then why are you not paying us? You need to pay us something, you need to pay a tax to us, because you are working in our country, you are making profits in our country, but you are taking all those profits outside and is not investing in our country. So that was the reason that why GAFA tax came out all against all these big technology giants, and it is a digital tax to be levied on large technology and interest companies. Then France also introduced the tax, and it has 3% tax on revenues from digital activities. So this can be an important point, that France has introduced this tax, and the tax amount or the percentage is 3%. Now let us talk about the Indian scenario. After Australia, Canada and France, India is also on its way to get to a law regarding the big technology giants and the media houses, that the big technology giants need to compensate the media houses, and the tech giants like Google and Facebook pay for the news content they display on their platforms. Then a share of the revenue they earn by using original content produced by these news outlets. So when they are getting the news from the news outlets, they also need to pay, and India is on its way also to, very soon we will be seeing a legislation coming out in this scenario. And at present we have an equalization levy which goes on, and it is a tax which is aimed at foreign digital companies and is levied a 6% tax, which is payable on gross revenues from online advertising services. So at present we have this equalization levy in our country. Now it's time for the prelims MCQ, and you people need to tell me the answer in the comment section, and it says consider the following statements. GAFA is a proposed digital tax to be levied on large technology companies. I think you'll be able to do this one. Then second, India imposes 3% equalization levy on gross revenue from online advertising services. And you people have to answer the correct, which one are the correct statements, and the codes are 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, neither 1 nor 2. Now it's time for the mains practice question, and this is a 150 word question, and the command is discuss. Given the centrality of digital technologies in the future and concerns emanating from monopolistic practices of big tech firms, the important words are monopolistic practices of big tech firms, a comprehensive regulatory framework is the need of the hour. Discuss. See, why have I given you this question is because this question might look very lengthy, but you need to know that everything you do not have to write. You need to find out those keywords, that what are the important words that you have to write, and then you have to look for the command. So the command here is discuss. Then you have to tell about why the need for regulatory framework is felt against the monopolistic practices of big tech firms. So try to do your answer writing practice. And that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Till we meet next time, keep reading and keep writing.